Now from Orlando, Florida, and Arnold Palmer's Bay Hill Club and Lodge, this is EA Sports coverage of PGA Tour golf. Alongside Frank Nobilo up in our tower at 18, I'm Rich Lerner. Frank, Bay Hill, of course, will forever be Arnie's place. But it's a tough spot to play, isn't it?
It is, obviously set in the heart of Orlando, which is a home for me for nearly quarter of a century. So, I've been there many a times and had many a chat too with the late great Arnold Palmer, but he was proud of his golf course for good reason too. But if you're going to play there, I know it's there for a little bit of fun, but make sure you take enough golf balls, because when you get to those last 3 or 4 holes, you might lose a few.
This good par 3, the second here at Bay Hill at 231 yards. Play it out toward that right, especially if that hole location is on the left. You can swing it along the contour of that green, and who knows, maybe make a hole-in-one like Jordan Spieth did in 2021. But he'll get out of here with a par. Frank, now to the third hole, and where's the trouble here? That's fairly obvious, isn't it?
Yeah, and that's one thing you don't want to remind yourself of. There's a bunker all the way down the right side. That's a good place to aim.
This is a solid par 5 right here, the fourth hole at 561 yards. Plays a little bit longer because it is gently uphill. 2 good shots, though, and you'll have a chance for a birdie. Frank, now to the fifth. What's the strategy here at this shorter par 4?
Well, if you want to flex your muscles, Rich, take it over that left bunker. With a little trailing breeze, you might even get close to the green.
Moving on, we get a look at one of the most iconic holes at Bay Hill, the 555-yard par 5 sixth. It is a sight to behold. At 1 under par. Frank, the good news as you come to the 7th after that beast of a par 5 is that it's just under 200 yards and there's no water.
It's not as long as the second, but it's just as demanding. Very narrow entry into this green.
We now arrive at the demanding par 4/8, measuring 460 yards, fairway bunkers on the left, and a pond guarding the green. Rounding out the front 9 here at Bay Hill, 474-yard par 4, Frank. You played this hole before. Where are you lining up when you step onto the tee here?
There's an out of bounds all the way down the left side that you have to be cognizant of. But that bunker, 290 yards carries it, and yet again another hole that favors the long hitter.
Front side as he goes out in 35. 10th hole here at Bay Hill is not overly long, just 400 yards, but the emphasis is on accuracy off the tee. That's absolutely crucial. Put it in play in the right spot. You'll have a chance to get out of here with a birdie. Once again, water pops up here at Bay Hill. This at the par 4 11th. It's 438 yards. You want to sort of take this one around that lake on the left. But keep in mind, if you're too far right, then those fairway bunkers could become a problem. Just a par. Frank, the par 5s here at Bay Hill so important. What's the 12th like?
570 odd yards. Tee it high, let it fly.
The par 5. Par 4 13th, Frank, you've played it on a number of occasions. How do you attack this hole?
Really one of the shortest on the golf course, but this is a fool's paradise here. There's a lot of things that can go wrong.
That in for a par. 14th hole, Frank, more than 200 yards, par 3. This is no picnic.
No, it plays a little longer than that too, slightly uphill. You've got to carry the ball onto the front of the screen. It will not run up.
Escapes that green side bunker and comes away with a par. Now at the 15th, big dog leg right here. What's the best way to go, Frank?
Really down the left side. It's very tempting to try and hit it across that bunker, but not only do you have to carry the bunker, you've also got to carry those little shrubs down the right side.
Back on the tee here at the 16th, it's a par 5, bunkers, water all along this hole. Doesn't look to be a gimme par 5.
Now, you've got to have your wits about you. If you just look at the yardage, you'll think it's the easiest par 5 on the golf course. And then, before you know it, it's got you.
Problem there, and it gets him to 3 under par. Frank, deep into a round, par 3 17th, water, bunkers, long shot. What are you thinking as you're stepping on this tee?
You just take 3 and move to 18.
Finishing hole at Bay Hill is the demanding 458-yard par 4. Water to the right, OB along the entire left side. A 4 almost feels like a birdie here.